Oh, fall is here. Have no fear, cause fall is here. That song has been in my head. I made it up. I don't know where it came from, but I definitely am not like a fall person. Like, I don't care. Hey guys, it's D with the T. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you've joined me today. For today, I have a story time. Don't I look official? Like my little new backdrop and stuff, a little background. Don't I look like I'm gonna tell y'all a good story? Grab y'all some hot chocolate. I don't think it's that cold yet, but grab you a good drink, a good tasty glass of something, lemonade or something, and pull up a chair so you can hear my story. Yesterday, I was on Facebook and I saw a memory. It came up in my timeline of where I was during this time of the year 5 or 6 years ago. I have a travel story for you. I was in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. That's how you say it. I was in the DR, Dominican Republic, Punta Cana, with my brother and my sister. Dominican Republic, cha cha cha. Dominican Republic, cha cha cha. Dominican Republic, cha cha cha. Cha cha cha. Cha cha cha. This was my first trip outside of the country, outside of the US, as an adult. I lived in Germany as a kid, so I had been different places as a child outside of the country. But as far as my adulthood, I've only traveled within the States. And so this was my first international trip as an adult. So I was super, super excited. So I was nervous getting on the plane. I do not like heights. I want to stay low to the ground, very low to the ground. Yes, I have so many stories about heights and me. I would get crawled on the floor in a minute. I will crawl in a minute if I think I'm too high. Judge somebody else, don't judge me. But anyways, I was prepared to do that on that plane. I like to fly at night, but I still don't like that takeoff. I don't like that feeling. I do not like that feeling. So I was super excited. First international trip as an adult. And we were going to Punta Cana in Dominican Republic. So the first thing that happens is on the plane, my cell phone just shuts down. Like when I say it just shuts down, it doesn't turn back on. Doesn't matter if I charge or anything, it completely just went kaput. And this was not even like an old cell phone. Like, so what was I supposed to take my pictures with? I was so mad. But my sister actually ended up having, because her and my sister and my brother, they're married. They're not like y'all. Now y'all don't be silly. He had a phone, so she was gonna use his phone. She had an old phone, but it was like kind of like flip phone-ish almost. It was like you could barely take pictures on that thing, but it was something that I could use while I was there to be able to still kind of get around. And like, cause I wasn't gonna be staying, we were on the same resort, this 5-star resort, but they were in the family side of the resort and I was in the single side of the resort. So it wasn't much quieter without any kids there. So they let me use that phone. So I have pictures, but they're grainy. I'm gonna put them in here. But I mean, guys, this was one of the most beautiful like places I've ever been. I mean, clear water. I mean, just beautiful. Now, we had an amazing time. I felt like an American princess in Dominican Republic. You couldn't tell me nothing. Nightly, I got dressed and I put on my cute little garments and I was walking down the walkway. They had neon lights and they had music playing. Baby, you couldn't tell me I wasn't on the runway. And when, baby, I was strutting my stuff. I was on America's Next Top Model. Walking down the runway. You couldn't tell me nothing. And I was getting all types of attention when I went to the restaurants. The waiters and stuff be like, hi, So I thought I was doing something, honey, okay? The experience on the resort was beautiful. We had so much fun. We drink our drinks by the pool. We go to the ocean, go to the beach, eat till we're full, and we have this beautiful, amazing time at the Barcelo Bavaro. before we went, we said, okay, we were gonna be there for like 5 days, but we wanted to like get a cheaper flight coming back. So we said we'll stay one more additional day, and we'll just not pay an arm and a leg at this resort. We'll just go to, instead of a 5-star resort, we'll go to a 4-star resort. Now, if you're in the States and you go to a 5-star hotel and a 4-star hotel, sometimes it's not a huge difference. We get ready to go to the next resort. Our driver comes, takes us. Now, as we're driving, we're like, okay. I'm starting to see like the real fancy stuff fade away. Now we're going into the thick of things. Look, we're going into the hood. Now, I come from the hood, so I don't judge the hood. Don't judge that, but it just started to see like things start to take a change. Things start to change a little bit, okay? Not change, but things start to change. We get to this resort, and the first thing I see is a peacock. A big, fat peacock. Peacocks. These people just think this is okay. But peacocks to just be walking around the resort. When I say these peacocks were fat, they were fat. One of them was sitting on top of this like open veranda, and it fell. I was like, okay, hold on. That's the first thing. I'm like, wait a minute. All 3 of us, my brother, sister, we go to check in, right? We get there, and they're giving us our room assignment or whatever, and we're asking for the code for internet. And he was like, here's the code, but the internet doesn't work right now, but it'll be up soon, like in about 1 hour. So we're like, okay, cool. So we go ahead, and I think it was like only certain times that the food place was open, so it wasn't like all you can eat all night. So we're like, well, let's just go get settled in the room, and then we can figure out food, after that. So we get there in the room, and when I say Chilligan's Island from Martin, Chilligan's Island. The room was not, we just came from a 5-star hotel. This was like 5-star hotel to Nightmare on Elm Street. It was like, you could just feel it in the air, like this is not okay. Didn't want to sit in the bed, but it was like, okay, we're here. We're here now. So let's just try to, maybe it'll be better. We're going to eat, whatever. So we start flipping through the channels. Now the other resort had all types of channels from all over the world, including America. This one did not. We were just going to get the Spanish speaking channels and a few little American channels, and that was that. So we're like, okay, well, we can't watch nothing. So we're really not okay in full with the room, right? But we're like, okay, cool. So we say, okay, let's go get something to eat. And there's literally like this little hut that has open food. We walk in, there's a baby running around naked. And there's a man behind the counter, and he's like, cha cha cha, da da da, cha cha cha, da da da. So he's like, welcoming us in. Why are there flies all over the food? Flying all over the food. The chips, I was like, you can't go wrong with tortilla chips. The chips are stuck together. I'm like, okay, well, I'm so hungry. Let me go to the ice cream machine. The ice cream machine start overflowing. And all the cones, I go to pick up one cone, and all the cones come off. I'm like, okay, can't do this. So we're like, we're not gonna eat. We're gonna wait till dinner opens up. So fast forward, we go eat. The food was okay, subpar, but we really barely ate, like barely. Now my sister, she really didn't eat anything, but me and my brother ate just a little bit. So we were like, let's just go back to the room and let's see if we can find a channel. All we could watch was The Simpsons and Law and Order, SVU. Neither one of those are okay when you are in Chilligan's Island. I think we even we're trying to play Guess the Color, trying to just pass the time. We also wanted to go home because this was not cracking up to be a good resort. And the other thing was, my brother was like, well, at least we can get the internet. They said the internet should be back up. The internet, he was like, 1 more hour. He kept saying 1 more hour, so the internet never came up, okay, y'all? Never. When my brother and my sister refused to take their clothes off to get, comfortable for sleep, they were like, no, I'm good. But me, I was like, at least let me put on my night clothes, like a nightgown, and I'll just sleep on top of my clothes. I won't get under the clothes or nothing. I'll sleep with my clothes over me. So that's how we were gonna sleep. So I go to the restroom, come out the restroom, and the toilet starts to overflow. I mean, when I say overflow, it's just water everywhere. So my brother calls the receptionist, like, we have a flood, we need some help. So we have to start taking our stuff up real quick so we don't, and we didn't really unpack, so it wasn't too hard. And then we're standing outside. And so this is like, okay, this is getting worse. So then the maintenance man comes with a plunger. First of all, we have a flood. What you gonna do with that plunger? Only. So I think along with the maintenance guy, one of the receptionists comes, so she's like, let's go back to the receptionist desk, which, might I tell you, is way, way, way up in the front. We're kind of at the back of the resort, okay? Closer to the beach. I have on a nightgown, and it's hot in the Dominican Republic, okay? Now, Texas is hot, but Dominican Republic was another level hot. So I'm walking, rolling my little suitcase in my nightgown. We rolled our stuff back to the front. So the lady gives us another room assignment, and so the concierge guy, I believe, he goes to take our luggage. The lady tells him, no, they already checked in. I said, ma'am. My sister said, shh. I was like, My brother's like, just let it go, We'll just carry on with stuff. Carry my bags. I'm an American princess. So I was mad the whole way back, just mad. Like, how dare they? The room flooded on us and they don't want to take our bags. Like, he was trying to take our bags, she told him not to. We get to the new room. Why is the new room the one right next to the flooded room? And I walked in there, me and my sister looked at each other and said, this is not gonna be good. We just knew this was not gonna be good. Guess what? That toilet didn't work. It wasn't flooded, but it didn't work. So could we use the restroom? No, all night long. So at this point, we're like miserable. And so we turn on the TV just to kind of help us to just like fall asleep or something. And all I remember hearing was dun 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 dun. Every time I tried to close my eyes, it was something else. Law and Order, about some type of case dealing with some kids, some missing persons, and somebody being abused. And I was like, man, this is, I don't want to watch another episode of Law and Order, okay? I still don't think I've seen the episode of The Simpsons or Law and Order after I came back to the U.S. in 5 or 6 years. Messed it up for me. The next morning, we wake up early. I have to walk all the way to the front to go use the restroom. We pack up our stuff. We get ready to go to the airport. We check out. Our driver comes. We go to the airport. We get there. We're like, ooh, thank God. We're about to be home. We're about to be on our way home. The airport in Dominican Republic is open air. Part of it is open air. So we're outside. It's hot. We're standing in line waiting to get checked in. And it's my brother in line, my sister, and I. So right in front of me, my sister, she like bent over. And I was like, Nisha, like you're hitting the people. Like she literally bent over and bumped into the people that was in front of us. My brother was like, girl, like she's like, I just don't feel good. I just gotta sit down. And there's nowhere to sit down, like there's ground. Ground. So next thing I know, she bends down and she starts falling. So I catch her, she's like passing out. Now remember guys, she ate nothing and she drank nothing for a 24-hour period. So immediately I catch her, she's dead weight. We're the next people in line and we gotta get on this plane. So I'm like fanning her and I'm holding her, all her weight, dead weight. I'm like, oh my God, Nisha. I think I found a paper, I don't know, but maybe the ticket. I'm fanning her. So my brother goes to the counter to check us in. And so I'm like, my thought is, get her to the bathroom to get her some water. And then I think, oh my God, we can't drink the water in the Dominican Republic, we need bottled water. So I'm holding my sister up. My brother took all our bags to check us in. and she's, you know, coming to, and I'm like, it's an attendant standing there, and I said, can you help us? Ayuda agua, por favor. He said, un momento. I said, no, she's passing out. I have this woman in my arms, and she passing out. And he says, un momento. I said, no momento. I said, ahora, agua. He said, un momento. Why I'm holding this girl? She passing out, okay? So all I could think was, what's not about to happen is we're not gonna get stuck here. My sister be in some Dominican hospital and we stranded here. That's just not happening. I felt like one of those parents. They say the moms, when their kids get trapped in the car, they get that extra super strength, that superhero strength, Wonder Woman strength. That's what I had, because I carried that girl. Baby, I carried that girl. Deal with. I take her, and then one of the people that was in line saw a wheelchair. The attendant didn't even do this. They grab a wheelchair, and I put her in it. And I'm like, are you okay? I'm like, come on, like stay with me. And I just gotta close my eyes. I'm like, girl, open them eyes. So she has some sunglasses on. I'm like, bitch, take them glasses off, those stupid glasses. So I took her glasses off, and I'm fanning her. And so this lady, out of nowhere, she was like, I have a bottle of water. She was like, I literally was walking out my hotel room and something said, go back and get the bottle of water. And that is the Holy Ghost. Hey, look at God. He was looking out because he knew what was going to happen. So I was like, thank you so much. So I'm like giving it to my sister, and she's like, I said, okay, you know, I'm fanning her to cool her down. My brother checks us in. So we get to, she's coming back. She's okay. So we get to the place where we have to we have to walk through, and you know, they kind of scan you for you to go into the actual closed part of the airport. We get there. My brother walks right through. I have her in the wheelchair, and an attendant comes and stops us and says, what's wrong with her? And I said, she's a little dehydrated, but as soon as we get in there, we get her some food and, you know, whatever. He said, alcohol? And I said, no, she's not drunk. I said, she's dehydrated, she fainted. And so he said, okay. So he points for us to go around, and he says, she can't come through. We was gonna have to wait. Okay, we were gonna have to wait. He said, she have to walk, or you have to wait and go in some other line. And she said, oh, no. So she got some strength to her. So I helped her up, and she walked through. And as soon as we got to the other side, we saw Wendy's. My God, we saw Wendy's. So we got there, we sat her down. My brother got us some food, got us something to drink. My goodness, my sister was okay. Yeah, we were so glad that my sister was okay. The whole ride, I kept saying, you all right? She was like, yeah, I just need a nap. I was like, take them glasses off. You need some gummy bears? I wouldn't let her go. But she's alive and well. She refuses to go back to the Dominican Republic, and I don't blame her, because that was a travesty. That could have went another way, but we came back and made it. But one thing I know is that if I go somewhere else outside of this country, I'm not saying anything less than a 5-star. They better have a 6 or 7-star, because I'm not. That was no. I'm not gonna be sleeping with the peacocks. My God. So yeah, guys, that was my first adult trip outside of the United States. The Punta Cana nightmare / beautiful trip at the beginning. Thank God for Wendy's. And when I say we got back to the United States, we had to stop in Charlotte and spend the night at a 4-star hotel. I think it was a La Quinta Inn. Baby, we quickly got in our night clothes and got under those covers. And we basically kissed the ground, okay? Because we was just ready to come back. Alright guys, so that's all I have today. If you like what you hear on my channel, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can be notified when I upload my next video. Please comment, like, subscribe. Do you like story time? I hope you do, because I like telling stories. I just like to tell them. Yeah, so let me know where have you traveled around the world, and where do you want to travel? Yeah, I have some more stories for you about travel. seems like something always happens when I go out of the country. Or even in the, my God. Pray for me. Alright guys, that's all. Bye bye.